A lot of what we do, especially as a lender to people, it's all about individuals, it's all about understanding relationships, understanding who could be in that journey with you. And you have to put that time and effort into those relationships for sure, which is such an important fundamental for any entrepreneur, not just in finance or in our sector. My name's Rob. I'm the co-founder of Plend, and I'm 29. At Plend, we lend money to people that don't have good credit scores or any credit scores. Essentially, we look at new data in order to look at your real picture and give you a loan that you deserve at a rate that you deserve. I've worked in the credit industry for about 10 years, but actually my personal experience with credit was the reason why I started Plend. So back in 2017, I sort of officially went bankrupt and had to go through a number of methods to get myself, my life back on track. And that sort of pain drove me to set up Plend and then to people who don't have the ability to access affordable credit. It's a massive issue that I personally want to solve because of that experience. So we're probably the first lender in the UK or in Europe not to use credit history or credit data. So we don't use your credit score. We look at new data points such as what you earn, which industry you work in, how you spend your money, are you paying your subscriptions on time, things like this. We use instead to make a decision. A big shift we had to make was around that mentality. So the people that we hired into Plend early on had to be able to work around this new way of scoring credit, which is completely untested, which is exciting, but also meant that we were able to lend to more people that would have struggled to access affordable credit. We're in a heavily regulated space. We had to get a bank level license first before we could start lending to people. That took a good 2 years. Then we've got an untested credit model, which we're trying to do something completely new and bespoke, which took a lot of time and effort to actually build that model, test that model, use that model on initial users, and then scaling a team. This is my first company. And first time I ever hired people, first time I ever had to fire people. A lot of hard lessons for me early on in the journey, but it's been a super exciting part of building the business. So we've raised $45 million to date. We've found some amazing investors, backers, including major banks across Europe to back us and get us off the ground. Proving you can deliver a project like Plend has been a real experience for me and the team early on. And so far we've managed to prove that. So our model, the way we approach credit has been successful and is working well. Because we're in such a regulated industry, because we have to get a bank level license, you have to have a certain amount of capital, a certain expertise, a team, major functions already built out before you even have your first customer, which is a massive barrier to entry to any lender or regulated provider of financial services. So fundraising was sort of core to getting there. So we've processed over $18 million worth of loans in about 9 months. So it's been a pretty crazy time for us. We get close to 2,000 applications for credit every single week. And the hardest thing for me as an entrepreneur is not being able to service most of those. So a big part of our journey right now is scaling our team to be able to handle that much volume. But so far it's been a very exciting way to launch. I want to get rid of the credit score in the UK. I think it's completely outdated. It relates too much to where you live and some of your demographic data points, such as your age, which I think in this day and age is completely backward and archaic and doesn't exist to solve any problems really that we have today as consumers. So changing that entire approach would be my overall objective. And that should in effect lead to more affordable products, more useful products that are more personalized to who you are, allow you to unlock the next stage of your life. I think that's what financial services should be able to do, be an enabler. It's not there yet, but that's my overall objective, is to be part of that revolution or that change, at least in my small little way.